What's up, my circle peeps? Today we have a new character, Snapshot, and this time we are talking about the Royals. So in Undros, they have a monarchy, which is, a king and queen, and a sort of ruling court of lords and ladies and yada 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 yada. For the king and queen, I'm not really going to go into them a lot because they don't really have a large part to play in this story because of reasons. But the prince and princess do. So that's who we're going to focus on for this video. First off, this is pretty much the character inspiration for the siblings. They share similar features, they're very close-knit and tight to each other. Typical what you would expect royals or siblings to be. The heir to the throne, Prince Gaitlan. He's about 20 years old when the story takes place, and that's important because in Undros, when the heir comes of age at 21, he can state his intention to assume the throne at that time, and if the current ruler, be it the mother or the father, whoever's alive at that time, agrees with the heir being ready, then they can step down. And the reason why that I made this is because it seems really stupid to have the new leader just assume the throne when the old one dies, because if you know anything about politics and things of that nature, sometimes there are things that have been in the works for years, and sometimes they come to fruition in the new leadership, and the new leader doesn't have the slightest fucking clue of how to make it work. I've dropped my notes. So to counteract that, especially when it comes to monarchy, I thought it would be nice for the old ruler to step down if they believed that the heir was ready to take control, but then the old ruler goes on to the new ruler's sort of council as a mentor to guide and lead and sort of help them figure out how to navigate the political traps, shitstorm that they're in. Now, when it comes to Gaitlan's character, he's basically a royal prick. Imagine Arthur from the show Merlin in season 1, where he's just a cocky, arrogant little son of a bitch. That's Gaitlan. I am very happy to say that he does not stay that way throughout the course of the entire story, but when we first meet him, he's not really likable. For all his pomp and circumstance and swagger, he's a very unsure individual. He is more concerned about the opinions of others than sticking to his own convictions. So he's easily manipulated. Now his sister, Brealyn, on the other hand, she is 17 years old and an idealist. She is so naive, it hurts. But she's also very fucking stubborn. She believes that it's the duty of the noble class to help the poorer class. And while that's a great sort of ambition that those who have help those without, she really doesn't have a good view of what it means to be poor, of what it means to suffer at the hands of someone else, because she's lived a very sheltered life. So she sort of has this idealistic view of the poor and how they would perceive her help. And let's just say she's in for a rude awakening. Brealyn also hates the court. Hates it. She sees a lot more than her brother does, and she perceives the backstabbing and the power grabs and all that petty shit that goes on with courts that we as viewers and readers love to see because it's drama. But when you're living in it and that's your world, you hate it and you don't want that. I mean, anyone that's ever worked in a shitty environment where there's constant drama going on knows that I'm getting out of here as soon as I possibly fucking can. These two come into play heavily in the Serpent's Coils, especially between Mira and Gaitlan. And I kind of wanted these two to start off as your typical tropes as it were, for royals. So they're cocky, they're arrogant, they have a distorted view of the world. You know, they have this idealistic thing, and I wanted to fuck it up. So for these characters, they are about to enter a world of suffering alongside with Mira and the others. And it's largely because I can do that. Because I'm a writer, and I sort of hate seeing these tropes. And the fact that they never really grow beyond that type of thing. Very rarely do they ever grow. Unless you're Sarah J. Maas and you have Dorian and all them, and they grow exponentially, but still, that's beside the point. It's not very common. They still sort of kind of go through it, but then like their ideals end up getting justified or validated, or maybe they just come down a smidgen. Anyways, I couldn't stand it, so I want to change it. So yeah, that is all that I have for you guys on this one. And we are pretty much up to all of the main players, with the exception of a couple that I am keeping hidden because I don't like spoilers. So if you would like me to go into the cultures and countries of this world, which I have not even named the continent yet, I just have the country names, just let me know by commenting down below. If not, then that is the last of the character Snapchat videos until I start the second book. So I will see you all around the circle. Thank you so much for all your support and all your love and everything that you give me. And I will see you all later. Bye.